Today, I'm at Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok, and I'm flying to Doha with Qatar Airways in their famous Qsuites, which is considered one of the best business class products in the world. The Qatar Airways counter was in section QR. I guess this was an intentional detail by the airline. Qatar Airways offers a dedicated check-in counter for first and business class passengers, as well with those with elite status. There was barely anyone waiting in line, so the check-in process was quick and smooth. Suvarnabhumi International Airport's fast-track lanes are available for business and first-class passengers and other special groups. It took me less than 10 minutes to get through the immigration and security, so the experience was very smooth. Qatar Airways has a dedicated lounge at Suvarnabhumi International Airport, so I decided to check it out. The Qatar Airways Premium Lounge in Concourse D was a short 10 minutes walk away. The friendly staff welcomed me and scanned my boarding pass at the entrance. I heard so much about this lounge, and I was excited to try it out. The lounge is 725 square meters and includes a range of seating options, a business center with iMacs and printers, a prayer room, and 2 dining areas. Dining option includes 2 large areas and a small restaurant with an a la carte menu. And I must say, it was impressive for lounge dining. The dish was flavorful, though the shrimp was slightly dry, but it still was a delicious meal. My rating, 7 out of 10. It was time to go to the gate, and my gate for today's flight was S119 at the new satellite terminal. To reach the gate, you need to take an escalator down and board the train. The entire journey, including a short walk after the train, takes around 10 minutes. The train departs every 2 minutes, so there's no need to rush if you miss one. As usual, Qatar Airways had a dedicated lane and jet bridge for business class passengers. The process was quick and hassle-free, and the flight attendants were incredibly friendly as they guided me to my seat 4G. This Boeing 777-300ER has 24 Qsuites arranged in a 1-to-1 layout. Even number rows are forward-facing and closer to the aisle, while the odd number rows are rear-facing and offers more privacy. If you're flying solo, the rear-facing windows in odd rows are the best for privacy, as they are right by the window. Forward-facing window seats are closer to the aisle and feels more exposed. In the center, the odd number rows are honeymoon seats, where the seats are closer together. Even number rows has a console between the seats for extra space and privacy. For group of 4, you can lower the divider between 2 center rows to create the quad, where all 4 passengers can face each other. Since all of the window seats were booked, I went with seat 4 Golf. Luckily, the divider in the middle provides great privacy. Alright, let's check out what the seats has to offer. Qatar Airways Qsuites are built on a platform from Collins Aerospace. The seats are 21 inches wide and converted into a flatbed that is 79 inches long. They are incredibly well designed, but not the widest business class seat as just 21 inches wide. By comparison, ANA's The Room offers an impressive 35 inch wide seats, which I consider as the best business class seats. At the front of the seat, you find a spacious counter, followed by the IFE screen, and then the tray table and footwell. The IFE screen is a 21.5 inch high-definition touchscreen. The tray table is stored beneath the IFE screen, and it slides out smoothly and falls open. It is massive and very sturdy as well. While the footwell was wide and comfortable, it didn't have enough room to store smaller items, such as shoes. The console table's 2-tiered design is both functional and spacious, giving you extra room to store items or set down drinks while flying. And right beneath it, you find the seat controls, including presets for upright, dining, lounging, and full flat position. There's also a lumbar support adjustment, a massage function, and the option to move individual parts of the seats. Plus, there's a handy Do Not Disturb button. Further below, there's a universal power outlet and a USB-A port. The headphone jack and NFC reader are on the right, while the IFE remote controller is located on the left side, and the headrest can also be adjusted slightly upward. Next to your head, you find a reading light and a coat hook built into a stylish leather panel with elegant stitching. Next to the seat, you find a practical storage compartment with a padded lid. Upon boarding, you'd have a water bottle, a sick bag, and headphones wrapped in plastic. The armrest on the other side of the seat can be adjusted. And of course, we got the sliding door, which are the signature feature of the Qsuites. They're locked before takeoff and released at cruising altitude. With high walls and doors, Qsuite offered one of the most private business class cabins. There are also individual air nozzles on the 777-300ER. Upon boarding, I found a selection of amenities waiting at my seat, including amenity kit from Diptyque and a full set of beddings. The bedding included a mattress pad, a luxurious velvet-like blanket, and 2 pillows. The blanket features a velvety texture on one side and a smooth finish on the other side. The pillow were soft and supportive. After settling in, the friendly crew welcomed me with pre-departure beverages, and I opted for the champagne. I was also provided with the menu and a comfortable set of pajamas from the White Company and a refreshing towel from Diptyque. If you like this content and want to see more, consider to like the video or subscribe to our channel. Your support helps our channel grow so we can create even more videos. Thanks for your support. Once we reached cruising altitude, the dinner service began. Before the meal, I received a warm bowl of nuts and another glass of champagne. The menu reads as follows. Qatar Airways offers dine on demand, letting passengers eat whenever they choose. I decided to eat right away so I can relax and take a nap since it was a night flight. The menu offers late night dining options, along with a breakfast menu. The dining setup with Qatar Airways is always a standard feature, with an oversized tablecloth, a LED light candle, a bread basket with 3 varieties of bread, a choice of olive oil or butter, and individual salt and pepper grinders. I wanted to try the rear prawn since it was a signature dish for this flight, but unfortunately it was empty when I ordered, so I went for the braised beef short ribs. It was beautiful plated and looked fantastic, and the braised beef was perfectly tender and flavorful. My rating, 9 out of 10. My last course was poached lobster roll. The lobster roll was just okay. It was nothing real special. The cheese was better. I didn't expect to be crispy, but it was tasty. My rating, 6 out of 10. I have already eaten a lot in the lounge, so I decided to pass on the dessert. Time to change in pajamas, so let's check out the lavatory. This Qatar Airways 777-300ER has 2 lavatories in the business class section. The lavatories are well designed, with wide sinks and neatly organized amenities stored in drawers, and it includes shaving kits, dental kits, and Diptyque products. When converted into a fully flat bed, the Qsuite stretches to 79 inches or just under 2 meters. The seat is well cushioned and a mattress pad is added by the crew during turnout service to smooth out any seams. The soft padding and the plush bedding felt luxurious. With the door closed, the suite felt incredibly private. A clever detail is the small button near your head, which is a reveal when the seat is fully reclined. It allows you to bring your seat back to upright position whether needed to sit up or reach over the console. The amenity kit is provided by Diptyque of Paris, featuring lotion, lip balm, face cream, eau de toilette, and a pair of socks. The Qsuite 21.5-inch touchscreen is fixed ahead of the seat and cannot be adjusted. You can either use the touch to control or use the IFE remote controller on the console. Unlike the A350-1000 Qsuites, this screen has no USB-A or HDMI port. Qatar Airways Oryx One system offers a wide selection of entertainment, boasting 7,000 options, though that number likely includes music tracks. They also provide Qsuite noise-cancelling headphones to business class passenger, and as usual, I didn't try out the IFE that much. On this flight, Qatar Airways offer Super Wi-Fi, supported by Inmarsat GX Aviation hardware, with speeds up to 50 MB per second. Previous club member received 1 hour free access, which I plan to use before sleeping on this night flight, but unfortunately, the Wi-Fi wasn't functional. 2 hours before landing, breakfast service began, and all of the courses were served together. I opted for fresh fruit as my starter, which was tasty and fresh. For my main course, I had the hand-rolled cheddar cheese omelette. While it looked great on the plate, the taste was just okay. My rating, 6 out of 10. Qatar Qsuites provide overall an incredible experience, even though it was a night flight. It is a top-tier product, it is thoughtfully designed, and offers one of the best business class experience. Still, I personally prefer ANA's The Room for its larger screen and bed, but Qsuites win in privacy and storage. One downside is that Qsuite can feel a bit compact. This is understandable since they are aiming for maximum efficiency, but it can make moving around a bit difficult. The service, however, was top-notch. The attentive crew made sure I was well taken care of, always offering drink refills and checking in regularly. I had an incredible experience flying Qatar Airways Qsuites on 777-300ER, and it's one of my favorite business class products. If I could pick, I would go for the Qsuites on the A350. The A350-1000 is much quieter, our cabin pressurization feels easier on the body, and the absence of overhead bins above the center seats makes the cabin feel much larger and more open. We hope you like watching our video and sharing our amazing experience with Qatar Airways Qsuites. Consider to like or subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to bringing more amazing content in the future. Until then, take care and see you next time.